Why do you Dutch people travel so much? I have a few theories. When I was traveling in Southeast Asia, I met over 1,000 Dutch people. I'd be sitting in hostels and I would hear so many conkers and lekkers that I thought I was in Amsterdam. And seriously, I went to a karaoke bar in Vietnam. This guy goes up to sing and he starts singing the beautiful song Het is Nacht by the absolute legend Guus Meeuwis. And the entire bar stands up and just starts singing along. And I look around and I'm like, everyone here is Dutch in Vietnam. I met more Dutch people in Asia than I met Asians in Asia. Is there anybody left at home? Like, if the Germans tomorrow decided to come and invade the Netherlands, you guys would be screwed because there would be no one left to defend. I ended up meeting people and traveling with a lot of different people. And out of the 16 or 17 people I ended up traveling with, no exaggeration, 13 of those 17 were Dutch. Shout out to Bart, Yip, Derek, Lawrence, Bas, Marita, Tess, Ava, Steph, Kim, Alina, David, and Adam. They're all beautiful people. I don't know what it is about you Dutch people, but you guys are always so friendly, so welcoming, always laughing, always having a good time. And I think that might have something to do with the whole traveling thing as well. I think that you guys are just down to earth, not worried about what other people think. Straight to the point, like we went over in the last video. Does my hair look good?
No, I don't like your hair right now.
And you're not worried about social media. For example, I think you guys go and travel for the cultural reasons and to have fun and just make the most out of the one life you get to live. Americans, well, first of all, we travel for a week or two and then we go back to work. I think that American girls, and British girls too, will go travel for the Instagram picture. If you told a girl, you can go to Paris, but you're not allowed to post on social media about it, they would be like, well, I'm not going. What's the point? I don't think Dutch people, at least the Dutch people I met, were not like that. They were there to experience culture and have fun. And I think that traveling is just a thing ingrained in your culture. That brings me back to the question, why do you travel so much? My theories on that are, one, I think your country must be pretty boring, because I'm joking, but I think that it's a small country. You guys probably get bored of it after living there your whole life and you want to go see the world. It seems like you guys all go travel after you graduate high school. You do a big trip and then you do another big trip after you graduate university. I mean, it's a small country. You can drive across it in 3 hours? I can't even comprehend that, but it's awesome because when I come and visit, I'll be able to see all my friends within a few days. To get to the bottom of this, because I need to figure this out, I'm gonna ask my friend Derek the Dutchman. I mean, he's traveling right now. He's in Thailand right now as we speak. If anyone should know, a Dutch person who's traveling should know why you guys travel so much. So I'm gonna call Derek.
What's up?
Hoe gaat het?
Gaat goed. Met jou?
Kankergoed, man.
Dude, you can't say that you're not Dutch. Did you get a new haircut?
Looks good for once.
Well, your accent still sucks, so. But thank you. I got an haircut a couple weeks ago.
I'm happy with my accent.
No, it's actually it's a good thing. I mean, I think that especially American girls would really like to hear your Dutch accent, and they'd think it's hot.
Exactly.
They think you're lekker.
Yeah, I think they are lekker too.
The reason why I'm calling you is because I had a big question for you. I'm trying to figure out, why are there so many Dutch people traveling everywhere? I was just curious about it. I have my own theories, but I wanted to hear it from a Dutchman himself.
Dude, I'm
Celebrating the Thai New Year here in Chiang Mai, and I think I met over 200
Dutch people in just 3 days.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I will try to find out for you.
You better. I'm expecting you to give me a whole presentation and do research and give me data and historical lessons.
Make a video about it.
Yes, make a video about it. Promise to Guus Meeuwis that you'll give me a good video.
To Guus Meeuwis, okay. Yeah, of course, man.
All right. So,
all right. See you.
Doei.
Well, here I am. And just like Dayton, I traveled to the other side of the world just to find out that Dutch people are everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. It doesn't matter where I go, I will always find myself surrounded by familiar Dutch voices. And no, they are not inside my head. Even the locals are familiar with Dutch phrases.
Hi, สวัสดีครับ
Hello,
Hello, where you come from?
I'm from the Netherlands.
Nico is the Coco.
Yes. So, what is the deal with Dutch people being always on the move, and why am I even traveling? Personally, for me, it's freedom. I like to be wherever I want to be and do whatever I feel like doing. Like being here in this forest, making this video for all of you. And yeah, I have to admit, the Netherlands is not exactly known for its glorious weather or endless number of activities.
See, that's what I said. I said the weather, and it's small. There's not a lot to do. I mean, you guys can be mad at me for an American criticizing your country, but even the Dutchie agrees that the weather's not good and there's not a lot to do.
It's not only me though. Dutch people in general love to be as free as a bird. We don't like authority or restrictive rules. Freedom is basically the basis of our lifestyle. Freedom allows us to balance our working life really well.
That's interesting because in the book, The Culture Map that I read, you guys don't have a hierarchy really in the workplace. So like the boss feels like he's on the same level as the employee. That's interesting that Derek says you guys don't like authority. It kind of makes sense.
Finding time for ourselves to travel everywhere. For as long as I can remember, I have been on holidays with my parents, exploring Europe. Traveling has always been a part of my lifestyle and education. Another example is that after finishing high school, you are supposed to go on a trip with your high school friends. And after university, a lot of us go backpacking. And since there are so many Dutch travelers, traveling is not as scary for us as it is to other nationalities. It's just normal. It's like riding a bike.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, like, there's like a Dutchie group chat for traveling in Southeast Asia.
Also, we have been doing this for as long as we can remember. Picture this. Centuries ago, while other countries were still figuring out how to sail on bar tubes, Dutch companies were already on the hunt for new markets overseas, finding places like Australia, the United States, New Zealand, and many more. For us, it was just casually discovering an entire continent before having lunch.
That's another thing that's interesting. He says you guys discovered the U.S. or America, North America. And yeah, that's true. I think you guys were some of the first settlers in New York. It used to be called New Amsterdam. And it makes sense because the last video we did about Dutch being rude, Dutch being very direct, New Yorkers are the same way. They're super direct and rude. The same way all Europeans think that the Dutch are really direct and rude.
I'm walking here.
I guess you could call us the real traveling OGs. And that traveling has been ingrained in our DNA by now. And thanks to the history of the Dutch Empire, we have now Dutchies sprinkled all over the map, with Dutch influences everywhere, making it even more fun for us to travel. I mean, nowadays you can even buy a stroopwafel in a coffee shop in Tokyo. So, what's next? Bitterballs?
So that was a great video that Derek put together for us. But now I'm sitting here wondering, do the Dutch actually travel more than other countries? Like, we haven't even looked at any statistics. And I'm pulling it up, and they don't. This whole video is a lie. I mean, they're the 11th most traveling European country. So I'm sitting here now, and I'm wondering, why did I meet so many Dutch people compared to other countries? And I've come to the conclusion that maybe I didn't. Maybe there's just as many French and German and British travelers as there are Dutch travelers. Maybe the reason why I thought there were so many Dutch travelers is because of one word that sums up Dutch culture to me. And that word is gezellig. It's not a word that you can directly translate to English, but the best way I can describe the word to you is to show it to you. And this is gezellig. The gezellig nature of the Dutch is why I thought there were so many of them. I mean, they were so inclusive, they were so joyful, and they were having so much fun that I just noticed them more and befriended them more. And it had me wondering what it was that I liked so much about the Dutch. And you guys literally have a word for it because it's so a part of your culture. It's gezellig. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really want to meet Guus Meeuwis, so if we can get to 3,000 likes, I will make it my life mission to meet that man. I'm not bullshitting you. I will book a plane ticket to the Netherlands the second we reach 3,000, and I will find that guy and I will sing Hedison Nacht with him. So make sure to like and subscribe because we're going to be putting out a lot more content And thank you so much for being so gezellig. Have a good one.